All right.
This week we watched Medea's Family Christmas.
We're back after a little bit of an absence.
Yeah. Illness struck the family.
Patrick,
Plague swept the community.
you brought us a special movie, a Troma movie.
A Troma
which
movie
is
that's
very much hit or miss.
Yeah, very much hit or miss with Troma. I think Troma just produced this after the fact.
Okay.
Is what it is.
Sometimes those are the best Troma movies.
They are.
Yeah.
You had that British one that was pretty good. That was the same thing.
Right.
This is a Frostbiter. Beware the Wendigo, I think is what it's called. 95
The title
film.
screen just said Wendigo.
Wendigo, but
Yes.
Vinegar Syndrome labeled it
Sometimes
Frostbiter.
this happens. They
Yeah.
they end up having to retitle things for some reason.
Yeah, don't know why, but they did. This movie was lost, apparently, so you'll see some scratches on the film and stuff. They were leftover film from like theaters that
Kind of
still
look like
had it.
pubes. On
Yeah,
the screen,
pubes.
actually.
Yeah, that's a thing. It's a thing. But
Those projector operators.
Yeah, some
Get a little
creeps.
Yeah.
I remember watching Fight Club.
yeah, but I felt like it was a kind of an ode to Evil Dead.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
get a lot of Evil Dead vibes on this. You got a cabin in the middle of the forest mountains.
An island.
Forest Mountain Island's my favorite.
The mountain had a skull in it, but yeah, it's a cabin and an old man. He's writing his like memoir. I battled the Wendigo. I killed him, and then I put the 7 skulls around this circle to block him, so he can't be resurrected.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
It's only
evil
me
thing that
now.
attacked, killed a bunch of people. It's basically, it's an intentional comedy horror. It is definitely, like you say, it's trying to be like Evil Dead. Sometimes very
Oh, a lot of the shots.
obviously so.
Yeah.
There's even an Evil Dead poster in the cabin.
Right.
So it's they're definitely leaning into that with even the demon witch lady talking to them. Like,
Total Evil Dead.
Yeah.
There, the throwing of certain weapons at people.
Yeah.
Shot just like Evil Dead. The chili, just like Evil Dead. There's a lot of chili in Evil Dead.
A
Yeah.
lot of great songs.
Yes.
Great soundtrack. One of the things I like about this movie is that there's people getting murdered, insane things happening. There's a fucking pterodactyl attacking a airplane.
Happened to that?
It just it was there to get the airplane. That was it.
That's all.
But that's playing, and there's like this fucking bebop big band shit going. Which, by the way, the pterodactyl ends up busting through the window and ripping the pilot's head off.
Just clean right off. And then
is
he's
great.
like, I'm out of here. Anything else is above my pay grade.
I didn't sign up for this.
But yeah, it's a lot of it's a lot of comedic murder, over the top, goofy effects. Like there's stop motion animation, there's puppets.
I love the stop motion for
Yeah.
sure. The stop motion's always been my favorite. It's just like the weird frame rate how they do it. I just always thought that was like kind of creepy.
Yeah,
As a kid growing up, and it freaked me out. Now that I'm older, I enjoy it, but when I was a kid, I could not watch those things. It would creep me
I
out
mean,
bad.
Jason and the Argonauts, when they're on the island, Talos is the giant
Yeah.
statue. When that thing is walking around that island and
Yeah.
looks at him, you're like, still like, oh, that thing's fucking scary. Yeah, good stop motion. Even when it's really smooth, it still has this sort of,
Unnatural feeling.
but it's smooth as well. It's like, it's natural because it's real objects, but the way it's animated gives it this, the little bit of that herky-jerky
Yeah.
thing to it.
Starts off with these 2 dudes just going drunk hunting.
Drunk shooting.
They said, fuck this private property sign.
Yeah.
There ain't no private property when I'm around.
Yeah. They're shooting at signs. They shoot the private property signs. Oh no, barbed wire. That's not stopping me. And he just stomps right down on it and they walk on through.
They find this house and like, who the fuck lives here?
I bet you something illegal's going on in there.
Yeah, because they see all the skulls outside.
Yeah.
surrounding
There is
the
a lot of
house.
human skulls.
It is. But this old man just comes out. You might want to leave, boys. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, have you ever seen one of these? High powered.
But still, this hunter guy, was still unnecessarily aggressively wanting to kill somebody for no reason.
And then he killed him.
Yeah,
And then
killed
that
the-
released the Wendigo.
Oh yeah, because he shoots a guy.
Yeah.
And then just blasts one of the skulls clean off. He's just like, yeah. I didn't mean to shoot him. Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
And then the old guy dies and decays into a skeleton real quick when the Wendigo is released. Then the skeleton attacks the guys.
Yeah, that was probably one of my favorite
Just
scenes.
so
That
dumb.
skeleton's just,
They've just got it like on wires, like, and they're like, the guy has a hatchet.
Skeleton kills the innocent bystander man, not the
the
guy,
guy
that
who just
killed
wanted
him.
to leave. Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to help the old guy.
Yeah, he's like, we should just go.
Yeah, so the dirtbag that ends up killing the original guy ends up going to the cabin where all these dudes are at. So he ends up with these other guys, these hunters, our group of people that need to be murdered, basically.
Yeah, our victims.
Yeah, victim. Before we get to that, should we just take these shots?
Yeah, let's do these shots.
Cheers.
To belligerent drinking and shooting weapons in the woods.
Ugh.
But yeah, there's a lot of goofballs in a cabin. They're telling stupid stories, jokes. They're playing cards, drinking, looking at nudie magazines. Delicious names. Wet.
Wet. Delicious name.
Just wet.
I mean, how
That's what
else
guys
do you
do.
want your name?
Yeah.
When you're going on a hunting camping trip.
Their dialogue was making no sense to me at all. I could not follow.
You've never been a fella
It's just
on a
random
hunting
chuckle
trip.
fucking.
Yeah.
Chuckle
A bunch
fucking.
of dudes that's been drinking since like 11 in the morning.
Yeah. Yes.
We're drinking on the plane and just fuck it.
I remember a particular camping trip where it was raining all day and all night. So we're under a canopy and somebody had fucking vodka Red Bulls. We were just making those all day. Because it's like, we just don't have anything to do. We just got to stand under this canopy, rain pouring down, chuckle fuck around, drinking vodka Red Bulls all day.
That's what a group of dudes
That's
does.
what you do.
Eating delicious
Nothing
things.
makes sense.
Yeah.
You're just in this sort of weird haze because you have nowhere to go, nothing to do.
I always feel like that. Like when I'm going back to reminisce camping, I'm like, it was an odd haze.
Yeah, a haze. It's just a haze. Yeah. When you went camping, is that how it felt? When I took a
It's
camping?
hazy.
Part of it, maybe.
Yeah, part of
It
it.
was the later part.
Sometimes your friend snatches you out of a river. He may or may not have used supernatural powers to do so. I don't know.
Yeah, may or may not have.
Unproven.
Oh, but anyway, this movie,
They're huddled in the cabin because there's a snowstorm going on. That's
Right.
important.
yes.
Big snowstorm.
I did like when like the other friends start coming in, and then one's got a mask on. And takes the mask off. All these dudes are white except for this one. They're all shocked when he takes the mask off.
They all stand up
Yeah.
from their chuckle
They're all like-
fucking.
Yeah.
They all stand up and freeze
Yeah.
They
when the
look
black
at him.
guy takes off his mask.
He's like, what?
What?
Brother can't hunt?
Yeah.
It's like, what's
Literally says that, and then
Yeah.
he's like, "I know where I'm not wanted," and they're like, "No, it's not like that. You
We
can
didn't
hang out
even
with
know he
us.
was bringing somebody with.
We didn't know he was bringing a friend."
And then he goes into an hour-long rant about how
They
you
told a
can't
really
sell
funny
pussy.
joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a 3-minute long joke.
But then they were all friends after that.
Yeah, it's all it takes.
And then the other guy busted in, screaming about the Wendigo.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? This
Yeah.
crazy man just ran into the cabin.
Yeah, I went to this house and killed the dude.
was
And
an
this
accident.
Wendigo came. It was crazy. Things happened.
Not my
I want to
Yeah.
get to my favorite scene possibly of this movie is when the black gentleman named Leo, he's the one that started making the chili, right?
Yep.
He starts cooking chili. They're hanging out, talking, making this chili.
Wakes up. All right, let's make some chili.
I mean, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
He's making the chili. He's got a big pot. It looked like a baby velociraptor.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, the
Jurassic
first one
Park.
definitely. Yeah, that's definitely had to be. what it
comes up
was.
out of the so what we had learned was that this Wendigo has, what do they call them?
Sentinels?
Sentinels. It has servants that it sends out before it shows up. Wendigo is this giant monster. Well, it sends servants out. One of those is a chili monster. Chili monster comes out of the chili, like a little dinosaur, bites a guy's hand off, starts running around attacking people. There's a chili song, a literal chili song.
Very good song.
Chili.
Oh, and then the dude's holding a pot of chili, and then he catches on fire.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
holding it. It just catches on fire in his hands.
He gets burned up.
It's just wacky. This whole movie is wacky chaos with just goofy music playing in the back of it.
Chili.
It's so slapstick, and just everybody's just running around yelling all the time, which is kind of the feel of Evil Dead, just without the genius behind it. I'm not saying this isn't good. It's just good, bad.
We did skip over after the original chosen one died.
Oh, yes.
He
Oh, right.
appointed a new chosen one that really has
Random girl in her
yeah,
bed.
random girl. Just wakes up to the ghost. Hey, you're chosen. You gotta go.
She's
to
like,
silent.
I have to get on an airplane immediately.
Yeah.
Right now.
Gotta go to the circle, rebuild the circle or whatever.
Just
She knew what to do.
You have powers now.
didn't question the spirit whatsoever. And
Didn't wait for an
said,
additional
I'm
spirit to
Test
show up.
spirits.
just gonna go do it.
Yeah. It's like she just knew she had to do it.
And yeah, she doesn't really say too much in this.
She really is kind of not.
in it that often.
It's pretty common though when newer movies too, but there's like a lot of these horror movies. It usually is like it's the young girl that has the answer.
Yeah.
She's like the chosen, the one that has the secret. They put her, but then they don't really use her at all.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
that was fine because there was just a bunch of people that die. Really, is
Right.
the point. So let's just have them die. And she just honestly, when she starts running around later, it's kind of when it gets a little bit more boring because they're not. It's like they kind of ran out of steam a little bit.
Yeah. Let's
'Cause
find some more stuff to do.
She shows up and then she's just going in and out of this fucking cabin, closing the door, so having to run out, run back in, close the door, put the bar over, come back.
it's Mom at this cabin.
She sees her
Yeah.
mom and she's
Yeah.
just like, oh,
Come on in. 6 arms and
not
weird
the mom,
face.
yeah, arms pop out.
What's that word? That it's minions? Y'all just-
Sentinels, yeah.
Yeah, Sentinels.
Yeah, the mom was another sentinel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also have the local news reporting on all this as it's happening,
This,
trying to
Yeah, it
figure
just
out
pops into some sort of
what's going on this
1940s
island.
noir sort of.
Right.
Yeah.
Hav Jensen reporting here.
this to me was the worst part of this movie. They should have just left out.
Yeah.
It's like they were trying to pad time, put a little extra in there, but it was pointless.
If this movie felt long
Yeah.
to you, it's
Didn't
not that long. It's like only about 80 minutes.
It
So
felt very
definitely, that's what they were doing. We're trying to fill time with
They-
that for sure.
The news report's completely unnecessary.
Yeah, because they talk about a rescue operation that we see nothing about. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were going to walk across the river to go see what was going on. They turned back because of the snowstorm. That when you're seeing these people running around, there's no snow or anything at all. So it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that
I thought it was entertaining. It wasn't, to me, it wasn't just like Dead Space. I thought it was funny.
that was straight up bad, almost good bad, because it did feel like
It's like a high school production.
high school
Yeah.
news. Like I don't know if you ever had that. Like we had that at school.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was like it was that kind of terrible. It felt like that. It really did feel like that because it's like fucking cut out glitter
Yeah.
shit, like letters behind him. And he's just
Some
in this,
kid
like,
you're going to see in third period English
yeah,
reporting.
yeah, it was terrible.
S&M News.
Yeah.
Back to you.
But yeah, it's it's a lot of running around back and forth in the cabin
Dying.
woods, people dying, kooky stuff attacks.
Guy, they find the plane crash, which I thought the use of miniatures was pretty.
Oh yeah, with the
Yeah.
plane.
Plane
The
miniatures.
forced
Yeah.
perspective of
Yeah.
the crash plane and the dude's like really like over here.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. It was pretty obvious,
it's
but I
working
didn't
with
think it
what
was
you
pretty
have.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he comes up, he finds a plane, and he's trying to find the radio, and I'm like, that makes sense. Find the radio for help. It's just the necklace pilot who's now a sentinel. He comes out of the snow,
Yeah.
chokes him to death.
Yeah.
We don't see too much more of him after that. He runs into because the guy who went nuts shoots the original Guardian. is a doctor.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bumps into another just random bodunk hunter. Just, man, you need to see a doctor. I am a doctor. Slaps the tar out of him real quick.
Yeah, this fucking guy, the guy that started all this shit, he's a true villain of this stupid ass movie.
Kill this man.
This guy-
Why does this guy get to live?
Randomly kills this old man in his house, starts this whole shit, and then the first guy he sees, he's like, "There's something suspicious about you." The guy's like, "What? I'm just out here. I don't know about that." The guy's like,
I'm
"You
just
look
a scapegoat.
You look suspicious." He's like, "It's just that guy. Fuck that
What do
guy."
you mean I'm suspicious?
How did that guy die?
He got the
original
Wendigo
idiot.
grabs him.
The Wendigo
Because he
got him.
gets into
Oh
the
yeah,
cabin.
because you see his
He's the one
claymation
that's-
body.
Yeah.
His heart is like spilling out of his body.
Yeah.
Oh
He's
yeah.
the one that crashes through the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the best. I think that was the best use of stop motion, is because you see his little Wendigo is like got him. And
Well,
he's
that's what we should get to is when they actually show the Wendigo. It's all stop motion.
Yeah.
And it's like a giant sort of centaur slash.
With
it looked
antlers.
like the mother thing from Alien. The,
Like-
I can see what you mean by that. But,
I mean,
but
like the
it's
ribs
just-
kind of
Yeah, the
thing,
ribs.
but it's got like a more of a demon face with like huge antlers.
yeah, demon face, antlers, centaur
I thought
body.
the chili monster looked like the alien babies. That's the first thing I thought of.
Oh, the new wave of chili monsters. The four of them running around with their arms. and legs.
Yeah.
That reformed.
The
spilled chili.
reformed chili. That should tell you, don't waste chili.
Okay, we're gonna digress a little bit, but yes, there is another chili monster scene where somebody starts shooting the little chili dinosaurs,
Oh, yeah.
and their heads explode, and chili flies everywhere,
Yes.
which is great. Chili splatters on the walls. That's pretty
So a
awesome.
chili is a different chili song. Chili with crackers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chili.
There
But then-
was one called Chili and one called Just Chili.
Oh yeah,
Two
just
different
chili.
songs. Looked up the soundtrack 'cause the soundtrack was so good to the movie.
But we eventually get to the actual Wendigo attacking, which is like a 20-foot tall. But this is a stop motion clay thing.
Yeah.
You could see it, pull the guy out of the cabin, it's kind of throws it over here, smacks it in the wall,
Yeah.
whatever.
Kind of hoping he was.
It
gonna
was
eat
pretty
some
cool.
people. But
Yeah.
That would have
That
been
was
a lot
fun.
of clay.
Yeah.
That people don't know that took a lot of work to
Yes.
do that, and I appreciate that. I mean, it's not the best claymation stop motion you'll ever see,
Right.
but it was still good. It was cool. It's
Right.
low tech, and in 1995 there wasn't a lot of stop motion animation, even in 1995. So that was pretty cool.
Mr. Bill. That's about it. Mr. Bill.
Mr. Bill.
Oh no, Mr. Bill. You never watched Mr. Bill?
Robot Jocks has got.
Oh
stop
yeah,
motion
that one
animation.
too. Yeah, Robot Jocks.
That's one of them.
Is that Navy Sea at Death?
No.
Seen that one.
And then Q the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Apparently
Another
I'm
one, too.
lacking. I'm uncultured.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get it stop motion. That's to me that is the pinnacle of special effects. Honestly,
I prefer it more than a lot of the stuff nowadays.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, 100%.
It
Not
just has
in
that
any
feel.
way ironically saying that. I'm 100% serious when I say that.
Nathan is being unironic.
And
So we get to the end. There's two dudes. There's the dude and the femoid left.
Oh, the guy that tried to make it across the river.
Yeah, he's frozen.
He comes back.
She gets buck naked, warms
She's
him
like,
up.
you got hypothermia. She's like,
See?
I'm cold.
a missed nudity opportunity didn't happen.
Yeah, she
but
did. She got buck naked. We did not
Cold.
see
Yeah.
her skin flip.
Surprising for a Troma movie, but that's fine.
The only boobs he's seen was one of the
Miss
Sentinels.
October. Yeah, Miss
Miss
October comes out
October.
in the magazine.
That's right.
Shows up
Forgot.
at the cabin.
That's true. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Literally, it manifests a girl from the magazine. That's true.
She shows up and then turns into a witch.
Titty witch monster.
Yeah.
Titty witch monster.
Nipples
Throw a
went wrecked
pitchfork
for
at her.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put an eye out with those nipples.
But they end up going to the other side of the island, Tom's Diner. Anyway, they go to the other side of the island where the old Guardian lived, and they start getting it on. She's going scrambling, looking for a skull, and the ghost of the old Guardian pops up like Gandalf the White
or
anybody else, I guess.
or Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah,
like,
you
they're
know.
definitely,
He shows up, starts casting lightning bolt at the Wendigo.
they have a fucking Jedi lightning fight.
It's like, hey, I don't even remember. Was she even named in this?
Sandy.
Sandy,
Help me. Sandy.
Help me,
over here. Sandy.
Can't do
She finds his skull, stakes it, and then the one Frostbite dude's like, "No, you're defeated," and then he gets tossed out of the way.
Yeah.
And then the old guy,
throws this clay body, just like he flies like whoop, straight off the
so
screen.
Gandalf the White and Sandy are both casting lightning bolt at the Wendigo. You know, you've been defeated, like I said, like a couple of kids at a damn infinity shield. Like they're just, you've been defeated. No, you're defeated. No, you can't.
Still walking closer and closer.
But the combined power of
their force lightning
bolt, and
it explodes and they seal it away.
Yeah, they seal it away.
Yeah, felt kind of let down because he's like, "You're free to go. You just may have to come back."
I really did hope she would be like an old
hermit.
Hermit crone.
Yeah,
she became an old crone on the island. That's what I was hoping for.
You're trapped.
Yeah.
But I was hoping for this, but he's like, no.
Yeah, we might call you back one day.
Yeah. Go live out your life at the clubs late at night.
Don't practice no lightning bolt or nothing. You know, you probably won't need it again.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah, Wendigo. It's a terrifying monster.
Straight up.
Let's go to scores. I want to hear Amira's score first.
You had a scathing comment to say about it, didn't you?
Oh, my scathing comment was just that I could not understand any of the dialogue at all, ever. Most of it, at least.
You got to get in the
like
90%
of it.
Yeah, you got to get drunk like all the men.
There was just a lot of dialogue I didn't understand, and there were too many people. Couldn't keep up with all the characters. It was like the dudes in the cabin and the random people popping up and the news people and then the mom who's a demon, and there was just a lot of people. I couldn't keep track of everybody, but then nobody ended up being important really. So
such is life, really.
So it felt kind of stressful, but I did enjoy it.
It was stressful.
I was trying to keep up with everything. But I thought it was funny, and all the, like y'all have talked about, all the diversity of techniques, I don't know, filming techniques and shit. That was cool. So I think I would give it a 4.
4 out of 5.
4 buckets.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty high of you. I guess too. It's a pretty high score that you ever give.
For how she usually feels about these movies.
Wow.
I'm gonna go 5 on this. For me, it was a lot of fun. I mean, there were things that, like we talked about, the news reporting stuff was unnecessary, time filler, but overall, a lot of wacky stuff, good practical effects. They leaned. Okay, we talk about this a lot. Some shit we watched recently where we were like, they needed to go further, right?
Yeah.
We've said this a lot. Why didn't they do this, this, and this? Okay, this movie does this, this, and like, they actually go for it. They do
plenty of dudes.
They do ridiculous things. Throughout the movie, and that's what we want. Don't hold back. Why do you need to hold back? They brought it all out. They did a lot of stupid, funny stuff, and it's not perfect, but it's fun. A 5 doesn't mean perfect. It just means I give it a 5.
Yeah.
The movie we said that about, that it didn't do enough or whatever, was the Australian one.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There was so much stuff that could have been done.
Which I still liked. I still enjoyed that movie, but it definitely had that missed opportunity thing to it. This one, I think they went for it completely, and they didn't hit everything, but I think it was still good. So I'm gonna go 5 on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go about a 4 for this for me. Some parts just kind of felt like dragged out a little bit. Just like I was like, there's no way this is just 80 minutes. But I knew it was 80 minutes, and I think a lot of that could be from, like you said, the news report doesn't need to be in there. It just kind of took you out of the moment of being in the cabin with these dudes running around and stuff. If you're gonna go Evil Dead, just keep it with the cabin in the area. Like that's what they did in the Evil Dead 1 and 2, and even the remake. Keep it there, and that keeps you more in the zone. Every time you go out of these different areas, it takes you back out of the movie. So keep it at the cabin.
Keep it at the cabin.
Yeah.
It was a 5 for me. I really liked the soundtrack. The soundtrack itself
it's
was
good
worth
that.
three buckets on its own, just because it was ridiculous, and the fact that they played it through these scenes where these dudes are just kind of hollering at each other and shooting at things, and
It was a crazy mix, too.
yeah, it really was. It kind of made everything seem discordant, you know.
There's like country, punk, jazz.
There's some psychobilly in there. It was a good mix of music. I'll be looking for that soundtrack on CD somewhere.
I don't think you're gonna find it.
We'll see.
Look for it on cassette.
Yeah.
I mean, you might have to rip it from YouTube. Tavy sent me that one song. She's like, here it is on YouTube, but I can't find just the song.
Yeah, I'm going to find it. It might be on Pandora Music. I'm just saying. But it was very discordant, and I didn't mind the newscast on its own so much. It was very, like, high school newsreel sort of situation, but when it brought you back, after that, you know, it tried to, I guess, keep it realistic, like, oh, you know, there really is a plane down, this is a guy that's in our community, and then when we got back to the cabin, it was like, all right, what are these guys doing now, you know, it was like, it was good. The movie was funny. It was ridiculous. The music was honestly the best part of it, I think, and it was a good film. I enjoyed the chili monsters. Don't throw away chili. Don't throw it out. Just eat it.
It'll reverse poop itself.
Yeah, it'll
into chili
just suck
monsters.
itself back into the wall. Just eat the chili. Don't throw it out.
Or bite your hand off. The other last thing I thought about is you complain sometimes that these movies go too much into like this like weird backstory thing, and it like gave the backstory to this monster, but it was like real quick, and then we didn't have to deal with it again.
Yeah,
definitely.
How they did it was
plus.
awesome. Yeah.
Definitely a plus.
Yeah, he's like, Wendigo killed some people.
We didn't have to have
That's
all
it.
these fucking dudes and this girl go to the library somewhere on this island
Read some
and talk
old,
for 10 minutes
old books about it.
about like the natives were here and then this thing. You're right. You are right.
just killed it. The guy was taking pain medicine and sipping Jim Beam,
Oh yeah, that's right.
shooting
Did
guns
all
off.
this without a hand.
Yeah.
I've never drank and handled firearms before, but if I did, it's been too long since the last time.
He said that with a straight face.
He did.
Yeah. It was pretty good.
That's how you know I've never done it.
Yep.
There you go.
There it is.
Whatever this movie is called, you should watch it. It's good.
Watch it.
Frostbiter or Wendigo.
Wendigo.
It started raining, y'all.